I don't think I'm sitting
You're not
down.
sitting? Okay, well, okay, I guess we're ready. Good morning, everyone. If you please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. Oh, welcome, everyone, today. We kind of have a large agenda. So first on the agenda, we have the approval of the minutes from the September 25th meeting. Do I have a motion to approve the minutes as communicated?
Move approval.
Second. Are there any additions or corrections? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Thank you. We have a bid under advisement that will remain under advisement for the Cove expansion, and hopefully that we'll have that next week. And under new business, we have engineering. We've got a recommendation award, a contract, and notice to proceed.
Good morning, Jeremy Grenard, City Engineer. This is in regard to the 2018 Community Development Block Grant Curb, Sidewalk, Drive Approach, and Ramp Replacement Project. You received bids, or opened bids last week. Dixon Construction was the lowest responsive bidder with a bid of $162,074.50. So first, we have the notice of award. Their bid was determined to be complete with all the necessary documents submitted, and we're recommending that a notice of award be made.
Okay. Do I have a motion to approve the recommendation of award to Dixon?
So moved.
Second.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Okay.
And then second, we have a contract with Dixon for $162,074.50.
Alrighty. Do I have a motion to approve the contract?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Thank you.
And third, we have a notice to proceed for Dixon, which would be effective immediately upon approval.
All right. Do I have a motion to approve the notice to proceed?
So moved.
Second.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed, same sign. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Then next we have a utility service agreement, addendum number 2, and Bob's going to present.
Good morning, Bob Foley, Assistant Public Works Director. Yes, this is an addendum to an agreement we signed in December of 2002 with Can-Am Steel Corp. This is for Old Dominion Freight Line. They're going to do the remaining 23 acres of that master agreement. They brought us a check in the amount of $170,773. And do you have someone here that'd like to speak to that?
No.
Okay, I thought maybe they were representing them.
Okay.
So we recommend your approval.
Okay. Anybody have any questions for Bob? All right. Do I have a motion to approve the utility service agreement?
So moved.
Second.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed, same sign. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks, Bob. Okay, Valerie. Valerie has quite a few release of mortgages and deed restrictions this morning.
Yes, good morning.
Releases.
Valerie Oakley, Project Manager with Lafayette Housing Authority. The first item that I have is a release of mortgage for the Tippecanoe Arts Federation property at 638 North Street. This was securing 1999 CDBG funds that have surpassed their 10-year restrictive period. So this is just clearing the title.
All right. I need a motion to approve the release mortgage of 638 North Street.
So moved.
Second.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Thanks. All right.
Thank you. Next, I have a release of mortgage for 907 North 20th Street. This was a home buyer loan that has paid the balance.
All righty. I need a motion to release of mortgage for 907 North 20th.
So moved.
Second.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign.
Thank you. Next, I have release of covenant for deed restrictions for the same property, 907 North 20th.
Is there a motion to release the covenant for deed restriction at 907 North 20th?
So moved.
Second.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign.
Thank you. Next, I have release of mortgage for another homeowner property or project that has paid the balance, 2410 Lamb.
Do I have a motion to release of mortgage for 24 Lamb Street?
So moved.
Second.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign.
Thank you. Next, I have release of covenant for deed restrictions for the same property, 2410 Lamb Street.
Do I have a motion for a release of covenant for deed restrictions 24 Lamb Street?
So moved. Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign.
Thank you.
Okay, yes, thanks, Valerie.
Thank you. Next, I have a series of agreements with social service agencies for the 2018 Community Development Block Grant funding. The first is with Big Brothers Big Sisters, providing funding for their youth mentoring program, pairing at-risk children with their volunteer mentors. The agreement is in the amount of $8,381. Would request your approval.
All right, do I have a motion to approve the recommendation of award for Big Brothers and Big Sisters with the CDBG agreement?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Are there any comments or questions for Valerie other than what we had upstairs? I said most of these are for salaries and wages that we're going to do this morning. So all those in favor say aye.
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 Those opposed, same sign. All right, now we have transitional housing.
Yes, the 2018 agreement with Transitional Housing is for their homeless services program, supporting their services for homeless or at risk of becoming homeless in the amount of $30,000.
Is there a motion to approve the CDBG agreement with Lafayette Transitional Housing?
So moved. Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye. Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Thank you. All right.
Thank you. Next, we have the agreement with the Meals on Wheels program. This agreement is actually with the Tippecanoe County Council on Aging, supporting their Meals on Wheels program, providing hot meals to homebound seniors, persons with disabilities, and other individuals. This agreement is in the amount of $10,000.
All right. Is there a motion for the CDBG agreement with Meals on Wheels for $10,000?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
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 Those opposed, same sign. Thank you. All right,
Thank you.
one
And
more.
last, I have the agreement with Wabash Center for their Shelter Plus Care program. This agreement provides case management services for, homeless or chronically homeless and substance abusers. This agreement is in the amount of $15,000.
Okay, is there a motion to approve the recommendation for award for CDBG agreement with Wabash Center?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
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 Aye. Those opposed, same sign. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Valerie. More to come. All right. Under legal, we have an agreement with the low-cost spay and neuter clinic, and we have a contract in front of us. And I know we've talked about this in length upstairs, but I think we have representatives here to speak about it. And we'll go ahead and get this on the table. And Mayor, I assume you're on the edge of your chair.
Yeah,
Okay. All right, let's go ahead and get this on the table. Do I have a motion to hear the agreement for the low-cost spay and neuter clinic?
So moved.
Okay.
Second.
Okay, all righty, we'll go ahead.
This basically is the culmination of one of two agreements related to what started out as a meeting in May of this year involving both mayors and a representative of the county commissioners, myself, and working with the county attorney and West Lafayette city attorney to provide for an interlocal agreement, which is not the one before you, but in that interlocal agreement, City of Lafayette's the lead agency, and that's the reason that this agreement with low-cost spay and neuter is becoming in front of the Lafayette Board of Public Works and Safety. And I think the mayor can go into more details about the reasoning behind this agreement and the cooperation between the county and both cities, and then there's representatives from the low-cost spay and neuter clinic to talk about what they do. Okay.
Thank you, Ed. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen of the board. I apologize. I seem to have caught a cold over the weekend. So I appreciate your consideration of the item before you. As Ed said, you know, Cindy sets through negotiations with the Humane Society with us. It's no secret that the cost for animal control continues to rise in the community. We're currently, but this year we'll be paying about $200,000 a year to the Almost Home Humane Society to help take care of the animals that we bring in for the 5-day window, and that's what we pay for in the contract is the first 5 days. Some of them obviously stay longer. They have to fundraise and do things for that. Animal control itself in the city continues to grow because of the number of calls, and so we spend over $400,000 a year funding our animal control department. So when you put those, two together, we're well over $600,000 a year in animal control expenses, and our contract with Almost Home is coming up, and we're going to be renegotiating that here shortly, and I'm sure that $200,000 figure will continue to rise for the next 2-year period. We've looked at a lot of different options. We've strengthened our animal control ordinances. We're going to continue to strengthen those ordinances, and we're working on another revision at this time as we speak. But one of the things that kept coming back, and I want to give Sharon Dahl a lot of credit here in the community, she's really helped push this, is the inability for people to get their animals, or the lack of their initiative to get their animals spayed and neutered, and the increasing pet population. It's impossible for us to hire enough animal control people to control all that. And if we want to look at some point at a mandatory spay and neuter ordinance, we want to look at some breeding license maybe to help control this. The one piece of the puzzle that was missing was, can we come up with a solution that allows people that really do want to get their animals spayed and neutered, and animals we brought in at a reasonable cost, a low-cost spayed and neuter clinic that everybody should be able to afford to get their animals spayed and neutered. We think that is a very important piece of controlling these calls and controlling this long-term cost, because these costs are going to continue to rise if we don't do something. The Humane Society is going to need more money each year as these employees get raises. Healthcare costs goes up. They need new trucks. They need new equipment. These costs here are not static. They are going to continue to rise, and we got together with the county and West Lafayette. Everybody's kind of in the same position, and we'd agreed to go together to help get this low-cost spay and neuter clinic started. Now, it's low cost, so they need help getting started to get them off the ground, to keep those fees in a range where we think people will be able to use it. And this agreement provides them that financial support between the City of Lafayette. As Ed said, we're the lead agency. We're at 52%. The county is at 32%, and West Lafayette is at 16%. And we did those calculations based on animals that are brought in, animal control runs. We looked at data and came up with percentages that all three of the organizations felt were accurate and fair, but everybody agreed we should all participate to try to do this for the entire community. I think it's another good example of the community working together to solve a problem. So that's a little bit of history and background why we're involved and why we think this is an important next step to, over time, reduce our pet population, reduce the number of runs that our animal control and our police department is making, and hopefully reduce these costs, or certainly stabilize these costs going forward. So with that, I'll turn it over to Tammy. We've been working with her. She's the guru in this area, and so we appreciate the opportunity to work with her, let her explain to you what they've done in other locations and how that's worked out and what she plans to do here. So Tammy, I'll turn it over to you.
Hi, I'm Tammy Sullenberger. I'm Executive Director and founder of the Low Cost Spay Neuter Clinic. We have 2 locations right now. One is Noblesville, Indiana, and the other is down in Brownsburg in Hendricks County. The county commissioners in Hamilton County saw to it to give us space in a county-owned building in Noblesville, which is how we got started, because they realize we just can't adopt our way out of pet overpopulation. We have to be able to provide low-cost spay-neuter. And in Hamilton County, we did pass the ordinance for mandatory spay-neuter, and therefore the council and the commissioners saw fit to give us space in a county-owned building. We do high-volume spay-neuter at a reduced cost, and we offer vaccines at a reduced cost as well. We do offer some help to several of the municipalities in Hamilton County with feral cats, as animal control officers aren't always having the time to get out and set traps, and we do spay and neuter the feral cats, barn cats, stray cats for Hamilton County. So So far, we opened Noblesville in '06 and Brownsburg in 2013, and I believe we're at 170,000 spay-neuter surgeries. I have already hired a great veterinarian who's had a lot of experience in high-volume spay-neuter, and my intent is to hire a second one. So we're able to do about 85 surgeries a day. And I know that sounds astronomical. Even my doctors say, where are all these animals coming from? But believe it or not, we're booked every day. And we would love the opportunity to work with Lafayette. And yes, I thank Sharon Dahl as well for setting the stage for us to have this opportunity with Lafayette. So if you guys have any questions.
I think Amy had one upstairs about if you have noticed a difference in Brownsburg or in your other clinics of the dog population, or not just dogs, but the pet population decreasing.
We have. And one way that we look at that is the number of animals coming into the shelter. And statistically, it takes about 3 to 5 years to really start noticing the reduction of animals that are going into the animal shelters. So in Hamilton County, I believe at 2017 statistics, I believe we'd reduced it by 30% for Hamilton County Humane Society.
And then as I sat through those, I'd met you before and
Yes.
things, but this is just a clinic, and it's not, they cannot just drop their dogs off or their pets. I say dogs because I have a dog, but
No.
and it's not an overnight deal for them. It's just
It is not. We
Yeah.
schedule the correct amount of surgeries. It's based on the number of female dogs, male dogs, cats, for each day. And the clients will bring the pets in, but check-ins usually anywhere between 7 to 8 o'clock in the morning. They have a scheduled appointment on the day of their surgery. And then we release those pets back to the owners between 5:15 and 6 o'clock in the evening.
And people just drop in to get shots and vaccinations.
Vaccines is first come, first serve. It's from 2:30 to 5, and people, it's a walk-in clinic. So, yes, open to the public.
And there's no financial restrictions on anybody that
No.
can be treated here.
No. Initially, in starting the spay-neuter clinic, we want to make it as easy as possible for people. So we don't require proof of, food stamps, Medicaid, and nothing like that. We want to make it as easy as possible for people to get their pets spayed and neutered. We do have, and it's a large educational component as well.
Well, that was my only question. How do you get the word out?
Well, we
Hamilton County.
We haven't got all our marketing in place for Lafayette as yet because we're waiting to get this agreement signed and our lease signed. But we will market it, and probably a direct mailer, probably a press release, and if this goes through and everybody agrees to having this agreement with the low-cost spay-neuter clinic, that's one question I have for all of you. Can we talk about this relationship when we do a press release that we have with Lafayette?
We'll help market
Yeah.
this too.
Great. That's great.
We have our social media here right now, so.
We'll line you out the door.
There you
Yeah, we're
go.
all going to be supportive of it here. So
Very good.
Yeah.
hopefully it's a great success.
Very good. In Hamilton County, one way it got marketed was just that the county was building a new building for the Hamilton County Humane Society and housing the low-cost spay-neuter clinic. And we really didn't even do any marketing initially. Word of mouth.
Yeah.
It really got out there. But we do plan on having, a grand opening, maybe a ribbon cutting that maybe all of you would like to join us for. But we'll get the word out.
Thank you.
Yes, thanks very much.
When
For
do you
most
see
of your
being open?
agreements- I'm sorry.
When do you expect to be open for business?
If this agreement is agreed upon today, we'll have our lease signed between today and tomorrow, and there's a tenant already in the space at 3667 Braddock, and he needs 30-day notice. So then once our renovation happens on the inside, my goal is February 1st,
Of 19. Wow.
2019.
Wow.
Yes,
That's good.
yes.
Good.
Are most of your agreements, the other two agreements, for 3-year duration?
You mean for the clinic in Hamilton County?
Yes.
No, that space it has been provided for us by the county.
That was
and
our,
So this
Our
is
election.
specific to Lafayette?
We have been in that space in Noblesville for 12 years. And actually, the Hamilton County Humane Society is in the process of, getting things together to move out, and we're asking the county to give us the entire building in Hamilton County. So there's no end date to the agreement we have in Hamilton County. In Hendricks County, we own that building.
Okay. Well, and the basis for that question is item 2 of the agreement stipulates that the clinic shall have the right to amend the fee schedule with the provision that you provide a copy of a modified fee schedule 60 days prior to its implementation. How often have you done that in
How
other
often?
environments?
For spay-neuter, on average, for the 12 years we've been open, we have not increased prices, but every 4 years is when we've increased spay-neuter. I never wanted to increase spay-neuter prices, but as my cost goes up, it's an average about every 4 years. Now, our product prices and our vaccines, those go up every year for us. So we try not to to increase prices, except for every 2 years on some of our products and our vaccines. It depends on, our vendors increasing those costs. Our product prices go up every year for us, but we don't want to have to change all our marketing materials. That's so involved, and we don't increase those but every 2 years.
Do you anticipate the fee schedule that you've supplied to us, you'll be able to maintain for services short of products for the 3-year duration of the contract?
I think we can do that. I think it was about a year ago that we had increased the surgery prices. But it's not, so I think we can keep those spay-neuter prices the same for the next 3 years. But, also, the other component of the spay-neuter clinic is when we do get in donations, for the most part, we've been able to do this for the full 12 years. We put those donations into a separate account to help people who can't pay at all. So, people that can't pay, we pay for them. I mean, obviously, there's a limit to that. It's the amount of money we bring in just individual donations.
That's good to know. Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome.
Are there any other questions for Tammy? Thank you very much for making the trip up today.
Thank you.
We appreciated that. All right, we have a first and a second. I think we just need to vote here on the contract. So all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed, same sign. Thank you. Controller, Mike's got some worthless property he wants to get rid of.
It's not me.
Oh, no.
Thank you. Before you have a list of parts that came from a street sweeper that's no longer operable, and we'd like to ask your permission to declare them worthless and recycle them.
Okey-doke. Do we have a motion to approve the worthless property from Fleet Department?
So moved.
Second.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Okay, now we have claims. Mike was spending money.
Yeah. Before you have claims in the amount of $6,288,236.70.
All righty. Are there any additional questions or comments for Mike regarding the claims? Hearing none, do I have a motion to approve the claims as presented?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mike. We have, under miscellaneous, we have the 2018 fall flushing schedule from our water department.
Good morning, Kerry Smith, Lafayette Waterworks. I would just like to announce that we will be performing our fall hydrant flushing starting this Sunday. We work from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m., Sunday through Thursday for 2 weeks, flushing the hydrants. And if anybody has any concerns or problems, they can call us at 807-1700.
Okay. Thank you. All right. Then we have our leaf collection, fall leaf collection, and Mike Roush is going to talk to us about that. Here we go.
Mike Rouse, the Operations Manager for Street and Sanitation. Just announcing our 2018 leaf collection schedule. We'll be collecting leaves from October 15th through the week of November 12th.
And you would like people to put them out by the curb or in the
Oh,
paper?
going through it, yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, from October to April, what we do is any leaves you have, you can put them out on the curb without the bags, and where they're all loose, where we can use our machines to pick them up. And we do ask that people separate the leaves and the sticks so that the leaf vacs can efficiently go through and pick up the debris. And at that time, there are no bags for leaves at that time, and also no plastic.
Okay.
If you have plastic, we tag them and let you know about it.
Yeah. Okay. All right, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Mary, you have any comments this morning? All right, are there any public comment this morning? All right, meeting stands adjourned.
Cindy, I've got more copies.